Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another episode of Baiting's for Ace Attorney Justice for All. In the last episode, we discovered that there was a camera and a transmitter hidden inside this giant bear in Mr. Corrida's room that may have been recording the crime, and now Edgeworth is going to be tracking where that bear came from in order to track who bought it and who gave that bear as a present to Juan, while Gumshoe runs around like an idiot. So, yeah, I guess we're just gonna continue the investigation on our own side, and hopefully we'll be able to ask Kungard some questions this time. March 22nd, 9:14 p.m., Gatewater Hotel, Corrida Hotel Room.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley DeKiller, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired DeKiller to begin with? Who was his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be.
Man on Guard himself?
And Mr. On Guard really did hire the assassin.
Then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. On Guard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him...
Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at that time, because he didn't kill Juan Corrida. He didn't do the killing, he just hired someone else to do the killing. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Mr. On Guard's secret? What is the secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrida was going to reveal the secret. That means... Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no other way around it now. Well then, let's go. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Corrida held about Mr. On Guard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Now here's the question. Who do we ask about that stuff first? March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Oh no. Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is that nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Ugh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. What a great pal you are, Edgeworth. You.
This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting. Yeah, we knew that already.
I'm sure it was, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corda.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl, the nerve of some people, spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything. I thought it.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know. That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married,
Married? You mean to Mr. Corda?
Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the...
Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But if they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Well, we don't have time to talk to you. Let's go! March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things in here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Man. March 22nd, Wright & Cole offices.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
Looks like Pearls really appreciate what Gumsy was doing for us.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
Where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Aw, I guess I had to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. For a salad. Alright. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. On Guard tonight.
But isn't what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Wait, then what the hell are we supposed to do? I thought we were going to find out everything tonight. March 22nd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for Mr. On Guard's case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edger wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
Huh?
I've already called them so they know. Go on, talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Alright. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are here in the detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Ungard? Dude, it's Mr. Wright! I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edward just dropped a bombshell on me and said that Juan Corda was killed by an assassin, and that assassin's client is this man, Matt Ungard. What's wrong? Mr. Ungard, there is something I must know within 100% certainty. You seem kind of different today. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. I mean, I've always kind of been a lawyer dude. About the press conference? You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Oh, frick off! Come on! 5 Cyclocks? 5?! That's the... Oh god, I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
A Cyclock. You said a secret, right? But you don't have any idea what it is, do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Corda and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corda. Her mentor was Mr. Corda's manager, and Miss Andrews is going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is that a kind of pea? Like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Mr. On Guard? Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all, but I don't think I had to tell you anything and everything. What do you mean by that? It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. What? About this person. He's
your butler, Mr. Doe, right? We met him at your mansion.
Oh, yes, that's right. He's a pretty cool dude who can do lots of things. He takes real good care of me. And then why didn't you mention him when you asked us to go feed Shu? Huh. I'm kind of scared to show him this card. What's wrong, dude? Oh, so about this picture card. Have you ever seen this before? Nope, never saw it before in my life, dude. I don't think he's lying. Or is he? And then again, he looked like he gasped just now. Maybe I'm seeing things? Nope. Maybe that's all I'm gonna get out of him for right now? Alright. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers!
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with the detective until a little while ago and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general look suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy at an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? No, it's not a crime. You're totally fine. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you gonna talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think that lawyer is the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright!
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Oh. This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But, you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? Gossip. You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. We knew that. I mean, celebrities in their world had this dazzling sort of image, right? Aren't you a celebrity? A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impacts?
We heard something about her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about the mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Corda?
Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I may have been caught by an insidious man. An insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corda by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get to the two of them to tell me everything. I guess now we go to, Adrian? Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Adrian! Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Corda had on Mr. Ongard. I'd like to ask you about Mr. Ongard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, don't you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ongard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. A suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews.
Well, I know you're not that type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
No! Oh, okay, it's just one. We're good. A psychlock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But...
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. I just hit my mic, I'm so sorry. Okay. It was near Juan's dead body. I noticed it when I went to fill the glass. And then when I realized that Juan was dead, I completely panicked. That's when I must have unconsciously picked up this card and put it into my pocket. As for why, I simply don't know. March 22nd, Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important.
Hello? We got a big problem, pal. What's wrong? I'm on my way to your office right now. Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here? It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end. I say I'm going to... Oh. I got it faster than I thought. Hey. No time to relax now, pal. I'm confused as anything here. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Huh?
This quickly? And this bear's what gave them away, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
Wasn't that Mr. Edgeworth that figured...
Shh, pearls. And, go on. And there's only one person who bought one of these bears related to the crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt on guard.
Huh?
Matt on guard. Your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Well, frick. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. Thank you. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Mr. Juan Corda's room was Matt on Guard.
Why would Mr. On Guard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corda at one of the rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean? Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt On Guard, what in the world have you done? Whew. All right. Oh, you're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Alright, I'm gonna pull an evil move here, and I'm gonna stop right before we reveal everything. So, join me next time as we figure out On Guard's secret. Roll the end card!
Objection! You haven't hit like and subscribe yet! Hold it! You forgot to ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload! Take that! Click here to watch more of my videos! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!